Welcome to Tyrannosaurus Riffs. My name is Brandon, and today we're going to check out Catalinbread's Tribute Overdrive. Alright, I hope you're all doing well out there. Today we're checking out Catalinbread's Tribute Overdrive. This is it's just that, a tribute to one of their earlier pedals, the Vario Boost. I've personally never played one of those pedals, and from what I understand, this is not just a rebranded Vario Boost. They've made some changes and made a tribute to that. So today I'm using an LTD EC1000 with Fishman, Fluence, Devin, Townsends. I'll explain why I needed some Devin Townsends for this specific video in a little bit. This guitar is tuned to drop C. We're going through my Mesa Engineering Badlander. This is my favorite amplifier to boost for some reason. I just really like playing around with that. We're going into the Mesa oversized cabinet, but I'm running through the 2 Notes Torpedo Captor X for a better audio representation on your side. The cab is just for me live here in the room. So my favorite part about the Tribute Overdrive on the tone knob is you've got a top dead center. If you're a car guy, you know what that means. Or car girl, whatever. In the center, it's got the indent, so it's easy to catch it. So if you're right there, you're not cutting or boosting. The tone will either cut up to 12 dB or boost up to 12 dB, whichever you choose, which is very cool. Now, everything is currently set to noon on this pedal. Here's the tone of the Badlander. I've got the gain turned down quite a bit on it. It's probably in the 10 o'clock position. We're on channel 2 on the crush mode because I like it. But here is the tone of the Badlander by itself. And with everything set to noon on the pedal, we're going to turn that on, and here's that tone. So what happens if we start to cut this? Back to dead center. Kind of got that. We're going to kind of dial this in, and we'll kind of come back to some of these knobs, all right? I don't know what I'm doing with my hand over here. Now with your frequency knob, you can go anywhere from 70 hertz all the way to 1.4 kilohertz, okay? You can get a lot of different tones with this. So let's kind of see what that's going to do for a second. Well, we'll just kind of go with that noon spot there for a second. Take it all the way to the 70. And we'll go all the way to the left. Now, I was playing around with this before I started the cameras. I found I think that I like it a little bit about right there. But watch this. get a lot more tonal options going there. Now, with your drive, this is where I kind of feel like everything starts to happen. That's all the way down. Maxed out. Now with the drive, this is a dual concentric pot that is a clean boost and an overdrive gain. And you've got your volume, obviously, too. This thing gets really loud. Now, I've got a 9-volt power supply hooked to it, but this pedal has an 18-volt charge pump inside. Now, if you don't know what that means it's converting this 9 volts to the 18 to give you a lot more headroom. So it's an extremely loud pedal. Turn that down a little bit. Now that we've kind of got it dialed in a little bit, I'll show you what the different kind of knobs will do with all these different settings. Even cutting this isn't a bad thing. It's just a different tone. So you can really sculpt this to what you want it to be. Now, obviously, I'm giving you examples of a lot more heavy tones, but I'm sure that I think you can use this for any type of music you're playing. I don't see why it couldn't do some country, some pop rocks, pop punk, obviously your metal, your rock and roll. Really, I think Catalinbread's done a great job of making a very unique tone sculpting pedal. With the cut, it kind of starts to give that kind of a wah sound. Okay, now I've got one more thing I want to show you guys. And like I said at the beginning of the video, this guitar's got the Fishman Fluence Devin Townsends. And why I wanted one of my Devin Townsend equipped guitars for this, Voice 2 is a low gain single coil pickup. I absolutely love Voice 2 on this guitar. Now, generally I'm doing something clean with it, but with the different frequencies on this knob, I should be able to really kind of boost that and make it sound more like a humbucker. Now, do I really want to make my Voice 2 sound like a humbucker? Not really. But if you have, my point to that is a low gain single coil. If you've got a Telecaster with a single coil or anything with a single coil, and you're trying to get some fatter, chunkier tones out of that guitar to make it more versatile for you, you can do that. So with that being said, here's Voice 2, low gain single coil, Devin Townsend. Let's see if we can fatten that up. It's actually already kind of fat. That's probably more your single coil right there, I would think. Doesn't even really sound like a single coil, really. Let's take that all the way to the other side. All right, so starting at the 70 hertz. Okay. Watch what happens as we start to move over to the 1.5. That does not sound like a single coil. So if you want to fatten up a single coil guitar, go ahead and do that. I think that sounds pretty heavy. Now, these are just my thoughts and opinions, but I personally think this is a very cool overdrive pedal that can really give me a lot of different tonal answers for different amplifiers, different guitars. If you need any kind of an overdrive, I'm sure that you can find the tones that you're looking for with Catalinbread's Tribute. So now I just want to say thanks for taking time out of your day to hang out with me and spend a few minutes checking out the Catalinbread Tribute Overdrive. I hope you enjoyed this and maybe learned something new, but that's going to be it for today. So seriously, thanks again. It means a lot to me. Take care, and I'll see you soon.